What if every kicker in the NFL became their team's starting quarterback? And just for fun, I decided to put every team's starting quarterback at kicker. And we will simulate as many seasons as it takes until we find an NFL kicker that can win the MVP as a quarterback. Comment your prediction down below of what kicker you think can win the MVP as a QB. For all we know, a kicker could win the MVP this year. Let's take a look here at some of the stats. Jake Moody throws for 36 touchdowns, 58 interceptions. The interception crown, wow, a lot of quarterbacks threw for exactly 63 interceptions. The most yards goes to Tyler Loop, who actually threw for 3,600 yards. Jake Moody throws for 3,600. Andre Bora-Haligigas, the rookie kicker for the Patriots, throws for 3,400 yards. Evan McPherson and Daniel Carson by far had the worst years. Carson only threw for 1,900 yards. Here's a look at the playoff bracket. Let's see which kicker can lead their team to the Super Bowl. We're going to simulate that right now and then see if any of these quarterbacks can win the NFL MVP. In the Super Bowl, we have Jason Myers versus Tyler Loop. If you guys don't know, Justin Tucker was released by the Ravens when they drafted a new kicker because of his, allegations. But let's see which kicker can come away with the Super Bowl victory here. Baltimore scores first, now scores twice in a row, 14-0. Jason Myers is not scoring back at all whatsoever, and Tyler Loop is up 27-0, and he will win the Super Bowl. We'll see if he can win a Super Bowl MVP, and then we are going to see wow, Jason Myers went through for 33 yards. I mean, he's a kicker. What can you really expect? But this video does not end until a kicker wins the NFL MVP award, so let's go see if that happened this year. We will get another year as TJ Watt from the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to win the NFL MVP, and Derrick Henry is your Super Bowl MVP. Let's get to year number 2. Okay, before year number 2, some of these kicker turned quarterbacks actually retired. So I just took the new kicker that they ended up signing and moved him back to quarterback. So all teams are going to have a kicker at quarterback for year number 2. Let's get to the playoffs and see which kicker can win MVP. The stats for year number 2, we have some pretty good years. Only 20 interceptions. That is the lowest amount of interceptions of any quarterback in the entire league. For the most passing yards goes to Tyler Loop, 28 touchdowns. And as I see right here, the Patriots kicker throws for 37 touchdowns and only 25 picks, which is not bad at all. We still have a lot of quarterbacks that are struggling, throwing 63 interceptions. Why 63? That's actually over 3.5 interceptions every single game. And I wonder if Madden actually caps the interceptions at 63. Can you possibly throw more? I honestly had no idea. But the two kickers we're going to be looking for this MVP this year is going to be Tyler Loop from the Ravens and Andre Bora-Haligigas from the Patriots. I can't say his name. I'm calling him Andre for the rest of the video. I'm not going to be able to pronounce his name. But here's the year 2 playoff picture, and let's simulate straight to the Super Bowl. In the Super Bowl, we have Tyler Loop in the Ravens and the New York Giants, and punter turned quarterback Daniel Wellham. Okay, the Ravens won the Super Bowl last year, and they're going for back-to-back with Tyler Loop, and they dominated last year in the Super Bowl, and they are dominating again right now. Finally, they get back on the board, the Giants do, but it is a 35-7 blowout victory for Tyler Loop in the Ravens. 122 yards for Loop, 2 touchdowns, but 4 interceptions for Daniel. But for the moment of truth, did any of the kickers win the NFL MVP? No, it goes to Aiden Hutchinson, the Lions defensive end. Tyler Loop did win Super Bowl MVP though, so that is a massive step in the right direction, as he's probably going to go up to star, maybe superstar development. But let's get to next season, aka year number 3, to see what kicker can finally win the NFL MVP. We are getting closer and closer. You guys know the drill. Any teams that kicker has retired or left their team, we've re-promoted the new kicker / punter that they signed to be their starting quarterback. Year number 3 stats, and there are 2 quarterbacks that are sticking out way more than the others, and that is the Patriots kicker and the Ravens kicker. Obviously, these guys came in at 20 years old in their rookie year with star development, so they've been able to actually develop. After that, the closest amount of touchdowns is Younghoe Koo with 31. So, it's not that different, but it is pretty different. Here is the NFL playoff bracket. The Patriots are the 1 seed and the Ravens are the 2 seed. These are the teams that we are keeping our eyes on. Let's simulate straight to the Super Bowl. Tyler Loop and the Ravens are going to end up losing in the first round, and the Patriots obliterated the Browns, who beat them, and then beat the Broncos, and now they're taking on the Giants in the Super Bowl. The Giants were here last year with their punter at quarterback. Super Bowl underway. 16-1 New England Patriots versus the 9-8 New York Giants. And I hate to say that I kind of recognize these a little bit, but the Patriots are up by a lot, 24-7. It is a blowout once again here in the Super Bowl. Let's take a look at the stats. Andre Borhala, blah, 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 throws for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns. Daniel Wheaton, another not so good performance, 2 interceptions. Come on, baby. A kicker has to win MVP. This is the year. It's either going to be the Ravens kicker or the Patriots kicker, who, could also win the Super Bowl MVP. All right, you guys are going to find this out in real time with me right now. Tyler Loop is your NFL MVP. The kicker turned quarterback. Demario Douglas is going to win the Super Bowl MVP for the Patriots, not the kicker. So can a kicker win MVP? I mean, if every kicker had to play MVP, eventually a kicker would have to become MVP. And that's exactly what we saw here. We saw the young kickers, the ones that were drafted this year, were actually able to develop a little bit compared to, the older kickers who are kind of past their developmental, in Madden stage. So I guess that does make sense. I'm going to give Tyler Loop, the Ravens kicker, and the Patriots kicker, Andre Borhala, a tie for this video, as they were both dominant. So congratulations, you guys have won this video. Let me know if you guys were right down below in the comments. Also comment any other ideas that you guys may have for future videos. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video and press that subscribe button. Until next time, peace.